Hello, hello. It's Val and Valeria
Hello, how y'all doing?
here at Crafts by You. Um, Hope y'all are able to join us. If not, you just get a recording. Works for win-win. But for real, let me see here. Let me just try to find myself so I can see what's going on. And Valeria, um, is it bad if you can't get your own notification? Uh oh, here we go. All right,
I,
turn
I
this.
got the notification.
Turn it down. Okay, good. Somebody up in here got it. So oh hey Karen. Yay, Karen's here.
Hey,
Y'all
Karen.
should have got me my hot flash fan. Cause it is straight Bayou summertime up in this joint. Hey. Okay, so I had taken a poll. If you're in my Facebook group, I had taken a poll and asked whether or not folks preferred me show the whole shebang or just do a flip through and talk about it and you ask your questions in the comments. And even though hello, is this Renita RGM? I'm trying to remember. But it's definitely yeah, it was like most folks were saying, oh, we want to see it all. Karen, you was one of them, so shame on you. So
Yeah,
anyway, so we're here now. Okay, so we're here, we're gonna
I
have
want to
fun.
see it all.
Okay, we gotta save a little something. We can't show everything. But no. So anyway, I'm hoping that it will turn out good. This is really something just like in my imagination. And Valeria is gonna kindly state, yes, it is. Okay, good, Renita. I'm like, wait a minute, who do I know? His name starts with an R. Um,
Hello,
so
Renita.
Valeria will keep track of what y'all are saying because my head gonna be like all up in this. And yeah, whether it turns out this might not be a tutorial. So we're gonna see. So let me just tell you the backstory for those who are here, so that anybody on the replay they don't have to sit through so much. Um, I for the longest have been picking up canvases at Dollar Tree, dollar and a quarter tree, and like little canvases and different things, and sometimes Dollar General or something. But ain't nobody got room for all of these canvases. Y'all know I'm trying to do my Mermaid Alley. Ooh, scat. I'm trying to do my little Mermaid Alley, so I'm not trying to with my diamond paintings. So that's about it. I got a little mermaid sea theme going in my bathroom, and that's tiny, so it has not overflowed into the rest of the house. That being said, I still continue to buy said canvases, and it's getting out of hand. So the whole thing I started thinking about was it's a canvas, and when I first started doing journals it was like, oh, use the canvas and make a journal. But this time I wanted to do something different, so I picked this little canvas up. And how big is this? Almost over, just over 8 inches with it stretched. And I had gotten this one and another one just like it.
I like that. That's
And
pretty.
thank you. Just, it's just kind of mellow. It's not necessarily okay, take me to the sea, but it kind of had that vibe to me. So I got a couple of these, and this was kind of recent-ish. You know how Dollar Tree is. You go in one Dollar Tree, they got something totally different than the next one. And I seen this one, and when I seen this one, I was like, oh, let me get this one, not realizing because this was at a different time that this was a different size than this one. So
Oh,
this
I
one
like that one.
is this one's like almost 7 inches this way, 7 by 8. So 7 by 8. So I had gotten this one, and I started thinking of doing this little piece. And so, okay, cool, whatever. This was my little Dollar Tree piece I did, and I rusted up the seahorses and did my little thing with that.
You
I like
can.
this. I'm not mad at it, but it's its own thing. So
That's it.
then recently, what you say? Oh, Karen versus home.
You need to get Stamperia Sea World collection.
Girl, don't be trying to get no more stampery. Them people already taking all my money. But no, they do have that collection. Is that the steampunk one though?
Yeah, it's with the seahorse and the
Yep.
lady and the
And
underworld
that kind
stuff.
of reminded, yep, that's that same vibe kind of with this. So then recently, because there is a collection at Dollar Tree, at this point, I guess it's going to be gone pretty soon, called Shore Living. So then I saw these two, which don't match per se, but it was that same vibe, right? Because you got the little wispies and things and grasses and stuff. So I was like, oh, this is cool. And again, I wasn't gonna put it up in the house, so it's like, why you keep buying it? But then this one is what, almost nine or something, nine and just over 9.5. So I was like, this is too big for what I'm trying to do right now. And then I was like, well, what are you trying to do? So okay, let's cut to the chase.
Karen says that looks almost exactly like the pathway to the beach at Huntington Beach State Park.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like that's somewhere I would like to go. Take me to the sea. So the thing with the canvases is I'm always liking to deconstruct stuff. That's like my whole deal. So of course, what do? I deconstruct it. I just take it off, staples, and here you got your little piece of canvas. And I could have just made this into a regular journal like I normally do with most of those, but I didn't this time. I was thinking about the 12 and 12 challenge that we're doing, Valeria.
Yep.
Wait, did I say 12 and no? Yeah, 12 and 12. Or
Yep.
12 and 22 or whatever.
12 and 22.
Right. So L's over at BMO's Crafty Corner. I've mentioned it 500 times, but those videos are in the playlist and we're doing journals in there. And the whole idea with those is that they need to be anywhere between 4x6 and 6x9, I think, are the measurements.
Yes. No,
So
no
then I was
bigger. No
no
small.
bigger, no smaller.
Right.
And she usually says what, three to 7 pages. Now
Yes.
by pages I think what she really means is sheets, because if you have say 3 sheets and you fold them in half, now you got 6 pages, something like that. But you get what I'm saying. So like 3 pieces of paper to 3 to 7, and fold them in half and then sew them in one signature. All right. So anyway, I was like, okay, that's the fun part, right? Like figuring out what your pages are gonna be. So I decided, I said, okay, I had when I was little, I always liked my aunts would go different places traveling, and they'd bring me back like little figurines and things like that, little tchotchkes, and I would put them in this shadow box on my wall, and it had like different little sections, and they were like little hidey holes for all the little figurines. I loved it, but Lord knows where that stuff is now because we moved 5 million times. But I still like that kind of a vibe. So I was thinking like I should do a shadow box journal or mini album or memory album.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, wait a minute. So part of what I told y'all before when I was doing like the mixed media boxes was about creating things, on the inside of things, like not just looking at it from the standard, place. So instead of looking at working with this, it's flipping it over and working within the frame. So what I'm gonna attempt to do is create sort of a shadow box in here, but it's also gonna be an album.
Okay.
So let me show you the level of ridiculousness this has become. I was going to work on it today. I started gathering all the stuff. And then everybody's like, wait, we want to see. So I thought, okay, I'm going to prep as much as I can without doing it. But also because I don't really know what I'm doing, there's that. So we're going to play along. But one thing I did go ahead and do, y'all are going to be like, you are so dumb. So we'll just carry on here. Okay. So
We're
any
not gonna say
suggestions?
you're dumb.
We're gonna say you are so stupid.
No, we're gonna say you're so smart.
So this is more of a stream of consciousness type of a video because it's the process I kind of go through. I definitely will be talking to myself at some point, so don't judge me. I also want you to know this is not these little pieces. You can't get them for $1.25 if they're real wood. So this is kind of like particle board MDF.
MDF.
type of stuff. And this is not stable. Like it looks like it's together really well. It's not. But am I gonna let that stop me? No, I am not. So we're gonna
Slap
press
some glue on there.
on. Exactly. Okay, so let me just check real quick. All right. I did want to see if I had some fabric. So to start with, I want to kind of build this scene, and this is where it gets a little weird. Well, not just yet. It's coming. Wait for it. So I have this piece of paper. I don't even know if it'll fully fit. Not quite. So I'm gonna cut this down a little bit more. Just want to kind of create a backdrop for it. So Valeria, what have you been working on?
Nothing.
She said, work. Somebody gotta go to work.
I was doing a little diamond painting, but I haven't really been doing too much crafting. I guess
Yeah,
because
you
I
got.
am at work and I get home and I get lazy.
Well, no, that's called tired because you've been at work.
Yeah,
That's what
that
that is.
that too.
Girl, yeah, that's what that is.
We'll go with that.
Okay, so I kind of cut too much off. Go figure. Story of my life, right? Let me see. I'll be done stuck this
Oh no,
little extra piece.
just just put some
Here
filler
we go.
in there.
I'm gonna stick that little extra piece up in there.
Yeah,
All right.
just put a little filler piece right there.
Okay, right. Yeah, that's gonna just fit right up in there. All right, so this is some art glitter glue. I'm just going with it because it's like gonna stick up in there. You gotta keep it moving. So this is just something that I think might be kind of fun. If you also find yourself in the habit of collecting tons of home decor that you're not really gonna use, um, that's a problem around here. And then I don't even
Yes.
know.
Yes, Karen. Tomorrow is TGIF.
Okay, so we're gonna get this in here. All right, so get that background, and I kind of like it because it does kind of go with that whole steampunk underwater vibe. But don't worry, we're gonna frou it up plenty. Oh, I forgot to show y'all. I have my lovely little um, lantern, glitter lantern, sea themed over here to help set the vibe.
Oh, that's pretty.
Okay, so this is where it gets crazy. So it's not enough for me just to put this in here. I wanted to put lights in here. And the whole
Okay.
idea of it being a shadow box is like, well, how's it a shadow box if there's not light and that sort of thing? But that poses some problems. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. Because I don't have, or if I do have them, they're hidden in my craft room, and y'all know I'm in the living room, so or in the dining room. So
They downstairs.
yeah, it's probably downstairs somewhere, my 2 stairs down. And so I have no clue where they are. And from what I could see, I couldn't find them within 5 minutes. And I was going to pass out because of this heat. So I just quit. But what I did find at Dollar Tree, I have some of the regular ones, but I went to a different one and they had these shore living versions. Let me show you. Look, they're
Oh,
little
oh,
seashells.
that is cute. That goes right with your theme.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I gotta use this some kind of way.
So it
But
wasn't meant
then,
for you to find them.
yes, ma'am, it was. It
No,
was.
I mean it wasn't meant for you to find them downstairs.
Oh, I guess not. I'm going. We're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that. So this is where I started trying to halfway think through this. Um, I'm like, well, okay, well, it's all right. I was gonna use this to kind of stack on here. And so I was thinking, well, I'll feed this through it, and then this can be around the outside. And I was like, oh, that's too wonky. So I just said, oh, I know what to do. Let's make it more complicated. So I figured if I get this in here, I just need to be able to access the on off switch. Because at first I was like rejoicing, y'all. I was like, oh, this will be cute, blah, blah, blah. And then it dawned on me that I can't just leave it on. And my goal is to cover this. So I was like, oh crap. Like if I cover it, how am I going to turn it off? So me being the handy, the handy girl that I am, Karen, you know what? I'll look to see if they have some more somewhere. So I decided that I was going to try to use a tool. And I'm still alive, so I'm thankful. But
Okay.
I was like, how am I going to get this thing where I can access this? So I decided, I'm like trying to save time here. I decided that I was going to drill through the side. So here's the on off switch. I laid it up against here and I was like, okay, I just need to be able to get access to this switch. So I like marked where I could see because I can kind of see where it's pushing up against the edge. So I just kind of marked it and took a drill bit and went through it once, went through it twice, and I like held it with some pliers so I could get in there
Oh Lord.
and made me a stinking hole. Let me show you.
Okay, go ahead, MacGyver.
I know I was so proud of me. I was like, go me. So I still don't know if this is gonna work. I'm
So
all happy and
okay,
celebrating.
so I thought when you use those lights that you put it in the back somewhere.
Yes, but that's like the normal person. And
Okay.
surely if I was maybe using the front side of this, well, I've got like kind of a little place for it to hide. But because it would be the back of the album, I don't have a place for
Oh,
it to hide.
okay, okay.
So I was gonna do it in the spine, and I was like, that's gonna be wonky. Like the spine's already gonna be wonky. I don't need to add that to it. So
Mhm.
this is why I'm saying it's just like imaginary. I just made this crap up. So I wish there was a tutorial so somebody could show me what to do, but no, but alas, there is not.
Karen
So,
is clever.
girl, I don't know if that's the word I would use. And
I
surely,
would
while
say,
I was doing this, I broke off one of the things. So at least it's got those lights where they don't shut off when one of them gets out of
okay.
like. I think that's how Tim Holtz works too. Like you could cut his lights wherever and use
Yeah,
that
that's
part.
what he said. I don't have none of those little lights because I'm like, yeah.
So this was by accident, but it worked out. Otherwise, I was gonna be using the other one. So another happy accident. Okay, so let me just test this again. I should get like a chopstick. You know what? I got a diamond dots tool.
Hey,
No, that's metal too. Hold up.
you can keep that piece that didn't work for some
An
embellishment somewhere.
embellishment. Yep. So I'm gonna stick these scissors up in
Oh
there.
Lord,
But
have mercy.
so if something happens to me, I would say call my husband, but he gonna say, "What was she doing?" So that ain't probably gonna work
We're
too
gonna
well.
tell
So
you to watch. We're gonna tell him to watch the video.
I'm pushing this up against it. This would be in the place. And I'm just sticking the tweezers in the little spot. And there
Oh
you go.
Lord.
Oh, I feel like
Yeah,
an engineer.
yeah. Close your eyes.
Y'all get a chopstick or something, okay? I cannot be held responsible for you being silly like me. Okay. So now this on and tape down. Where'd my tape go? Oh Lord. Here we go. The start. Oh, here it is right here.
I am too,
The,
Karen. I'm challenged too. Karen says she string up lights challenged
why?
because I'm scared of them.
What you scared you think what you
I
think gonna
don't know
happen?
that I'm gonna mess up something when I cut it off. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if it's $1.25, but you ain't even, you ain't even got to cut them. I mean, don't break them off. That was accident. That was a non-happy accident, really.
I mean,
I was like, oh,
Tim Holtz was like, just cut it anywhere. They still gonna work. I don't believe him, but okay.
but well, his cost too much for me. Won't be to experiment,
Yeah,
but I could experiment with
I
$1.25.
can experiment with $1.25, but not Tim Holtz because they cost too
Mm-mm.
much.
But I can see what he's saying. But his is perfect with the little flat LED battery that's gonna last forever and a day on there. So which
Karen says she agrees she'll mess them up and burn the house down.
oh my god. Look, the goal look, I ain't say now you got to keep this on.
Val, you know you need to add a little glue to them that double sided tape ain't gonna last long down there in that heat.
Well, look, I'm gonna have to rip it off now because.
Okay. No, it's doing good. It's doing good.
But I should have put some on there. You're right. So you got to be paying attention to what I'm doing so you help my
You put
flow.
it
But
down too fast.
I know I was excited. Okay, so I'm gonna stick this kind of down and around here. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna deal with this in a minute.
Okay.
So then I was like, okay, well I can just shove these in there, and I was like, that's too, Willy Wonka for me. So then I realized if I put these dots on here, I could kind of hold them in place.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
And even though it's a pop dot, that'll be just another element to give the
A
shadows.
pop dot and some glue.
Pop dot and what?
Glue.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. But then that means once I put it down, it's got to be for real.
Yep.
Like I got to commit.
You got to commit to it.
Oh Lord.
I've
Okay.
learned from making many albums that double sided tape that don't last long.
Mm-mm.
Not now with them.
You know what? You're right about that in general because this humidity ain't no joke, y'all.
Nope.
Stuff
I
that I
feel like
had forever in
this
California.
the came a loose. What the world?
Oh, you know what? Even them star horses on them star horses. I call them a star horse. That's a star horse. I mean, that's a starfish and a seahorse put together. A star horse. Oh my God. Okay.
Val made up her another animal.
Yep. You know how we do it. Okay, so let me just see if this is like legit the way this is working. And then I'm gonna show you. This whole thing is gonna basically be made up of just, you know, inexpensive supplies. Since we're dealing with a recession, we gotta figure out some way to justify
Karen say that's a
justify what
funny
we're doing.
combination. Funny combination.
Wait, what she say?
Karen say that's a funny combination. A star horse.
Oh, a Star Wars Lord.
A
I just,
horse with a star head.
I know, right? I don't know if this is right. I'm just trying to stick them in here. Oh, I don't want them to be all lined up.
No, you just
I'm gonna be done made a little dipper up in this sucker.
I think that's
All
what
right.
you're trying to do.
I'm really not. When they was all loosey goosey, you couldn't see no pattern, but now I'm sticking them down. It's like, okay, there's a pattern here. Okay, now this is gonna need to stay down. So
A
I'm gonna get
star
Brittany.
horse and a sea fish.
See, that's some of that. That's some of that. You know where that must be coming subconsciously. It's coming from um, me doing. Hold on a second. I'm looking for this washi. And I got all this stuff here, and you think some washi is nearby and easily
Well,
found?
you should have a lot of washing nearby.
I do, but I tried to halfway move my stuff out the way.
With all your diamond painting you doing.
I know. Okay, here I come. Here I come. Here I go. All right. Uh oh. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just trying to get a little bit of control here with these wires. It's not that I think this is gonna be forever. Woohoo! Okay, let's see. Get this one down. You think I just flip this around and look, but okay. All right, all right. And I might as well just put some of these on. So I ain't got to see them batteries through this next piece. All right, let me make sure this still move go.
Okay, she's camouflaging.
Sort of. Okay. the next thing is this, and I've used this before. I think I've given y'all some pieces of it. This is actually a placemat from, and this is like, holographic one, so I'm going to use this. But I've always loved it. It's from Walmart. Maybe it's $1.50 or
Oh, that's
$1.98
pretty.
or something. But I love this, and I mean they're perfect for sitting a charger on or something. I love this gold one. It's kind of faded now, but
It looked like
all
the
right.
sea. It looked like the sea. What's that? The little
Yeah, like
sea
a
stuff.
sea urchin.
Yeah.
Yep. So I've always loved that. And I thought, okay, I definitely want to use some of that. So then I was like, wait a minute, that might be my fix for camouflaging this battery pack. So part of what I need to do is get this down and start getting this like adhered to the other canvas. The only reason I hadn't fully committed to that yet is because I gotta still think about what my spine's gonna be like.
Mm-hmm.
But the goal would be getting this in here, and then the cover for it. Although I guess I could just leave it like this, but that's too easy.
Karen says it looks like a sea fan, and she love it.
Did she say a sea fan?
A sea fan.
Oh, maybe that's what they really called. I'll be so busy making up names, I don't know what they really call. Okay, so
Well,
there's
it
this
is a
company.
sea urchin. It is a thing called sea urchin now.
So I know this might not pick up on camera, but this is like this iridescent paper, and so I
Oh
want to
yeah,
put
I
this,
can see it.
yeah, so I want to put this on top and just kind of secure that down. And I mean, ain't like something falling out of here. The other thing is, I do have little bits like little shells and
Karen,
giblets.
Karen say it's a member of the coral family.
Okay, okay, I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm down with that. That works for me. Okay, let's see. Ah, I think I'm like dropping the stuff I'm supposed to be using. I don't know. Okay. Well, I have shells and things, so I'm not sure. Oh, here's some. Here they is. Ooh, dropped them on the floor. So when I went up to my in-laws, I went to a beauty supply. Not that we don't have a beauty supply here, but one of the things the girls will use in their hair for braids is they'll
Mm-hmm.
add cowrie shells. So I was like, okay, I got some cowrie shells, and I have some of these little seashells. So I was thinking I could put that in there, but maybe I won't because it is kind of much going on. But I think maybe they'll just end up being like embellishments somewhere,
Okay.
somewhere in the journal.
And
I also found some of these too. These
Karen
are
said
cute.
she used to have a bunch of them when she had her hermit crab, her hermit crab.
Oh, I
Oh, you
love
found a
them.
whole lot of little sea stuff.
Yeah, so they have all kinds of stuff for that collection in different stores because I guess too, like when they really came out with it, I saw it when they're first putting it out, and then I got poisoned, and then so I wasn't out. Like I couldn't leave and go and check stuff out and check the other places. So for me, I
So
was like, man.
you're
So
not
this,
gonna audition the little shells and see if you like it or not.
well,
Oh, you just
I
gonna.
kind of figured they'd be floating, or it could be that if I did this on the top, they could be like on the outside.
Okay.
I don't know. At this point, I'm just like,
Okay. Okay. You
but
can
I kind
fit
of
them
like
on
the,
the outside.
yeah, because otherwise, I don't know. Nope. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so let me get some. You know what? I got this
Karen
right
says she
here.
love it like that.
It's just like, I like it. I love it.
I want some more of it. Okay.
All right, so maybe we could do like this. This stuff will definitely jump off if you don't get some for real glue on it. So let me go on and glue it. Stop playing. Stop playing. All right, so I'm gonna just put some more glitter glue. Get that down. So yeah, sometimes it's like it's just stuff in your head, and you just need to go on and find out: is it doable? Is it not? Does it not come out the way you envisioned? Does it come out better than you envisioned?
Mm-hmm.
But still, just go on and do it.
Just go with it.
Just get it, get it. So I'm gonna put this
Don't
down.
stop.
And it's not that this is like the best look, but again, if it's gonna be covered with that film, that'll help it in terms of not looking so. You can look at it, but you ain't all up in it. It's like you give it a little bit of illusion.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just getting this excess glue off of there. Okay, so this part will be easy to attach to it, so I'll come back to that. I mean, I ain't mad at just this like raw and frame look, but we'll come back to that. For my spine, I'm going to show you what I'm thinking. So I had this just in my scraps, this Cheerios box, and this side was already, like part of the corner of it. And I was like, oh, that would be good. And so I just scored this. I tried to figure a little bit of just enough room to kind of do, a signature and a cover and have some room, a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of room. But then for the spine, I always have like corrugated cardboard because I love that. So I cut a piece out and I thought, oh, but I want something on the spine. So I don't have it measured exactly, and it definitely isn't sticking at this point because I just use some like ultra thick gel medium, like the heavyweight gel medium, and put these little pieces of driftwood on here.
Okay.
So as you see, it's got glue on it, but it's not, it's gonna take a minute for that to dry. But and I could put a little bit more to just kind of make sure, but I just kind of wanted to go with this vibe for the spine. And I figured, okay, well, if it's about that width, that'll work. And then I could do something decorative on the other part. But that's my mindset for the spine. Now, if I go with that, okay, let's think through how this is going to work. If I go with it and like, so that piece would wrap around, I guess we could move this. It's supposed to be glued. We gonna see. I guess if I did this, it would be kind of like this
Uh-huh.
on that side. And then I could, put an edge, a decorative edge to it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and this would give me a place to sew my or put my signature through.
Okay.
And this piece can attach to the cover. And then because I'm going to go through for the signature, then that other corrugated piece with the driftwood can kind of be the spine portion. So that'll cover up where the signature goes in.
Okay.
So if I do that, that means I wouldn't need this to be like sandwiching nothing, which means I can go ahead and start trying it, attempting to adhere this down. Now, if you didn't want this little edge with the little pieces coming through, I guess I could just flip it. I guess. I guess that would make it smoother for putting the film down on there.
Okay. I see what you're
I
saying.
don't know. I don't know. This is so wonky. Like I would take it apart, but I don't trust it that much to go back together. So I'm hoping that just by gluing it down, that kind of reinforces it. I don't know. I like this little exposed part, like where you can see the divots where the staples were.
I
Hmm.
would do it like that.
Okay. Maybe it'll give it a smoother place to be glued to. All right. So for glue, I'm just going to go with Fabri-Tac because I'm thinking that will adhere it a little bit better than not. But we'll see. We shall see. I guess maybe I should have put, you know what? Maybe I'll put um, tape and Fabri-Tac.
Mm. That tape probably ain't gonna do nothing.
I know, right? Okay, we won't bother with that. So we're
I
going.
would have said some hot glue and a fabric, but
Yes.
the hot glue is gonna make it bulky.
Well, I definitely was looking for my glue gun, couldn't find it. So that's why I was like, I found a bunch of glue sticks, but and I got like 15 different glue
You
guns.
have some heavy body gel.
I I've got the gel medium, um, but I do know Fabri-Tac will at least grip a little
Yeah,
bit
because
better.
it's a canvas. Mm-hmm.
But that might ultimately be what I need to do. I don't doubt it.
Yeah,
Okay.
but because it is canvas, it probably will grip it better.
I'm, I'm hoping. I'm hoping I should have. I have this clip, but I don't know if this clip will open enough. Oh, it'll kind of open, but see, I don't know about putting it on one. Mm, I don't know about that. Okay, we're just gonna let that marinate while I kind of go to the pages and show you what I had in mind for that.
Yeah, let that marinate.
I feel like I need to put a book on this. Hold up a second. Let me find something.
Yeah, something heavy.
Something heavy. What do we have? Oh, and I need to turn these lights off. I guess. Wait, where's my tweezers? Here we go.
Don't shock yourself.
You know what? I done had enough trauma. I don't want to. But you know, I don't put nothing past me. Ooh, okay. I got a little heaviness here. All right. Hopefully that'll work out. Okay. Back to pages. So if I do a shadow box type of a deal, yes, it's kind of cool the idea of opening it and seeing it. But then I started thinking, I want my pages to have more, I want light to come through my pages.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only one way to get light to come through the pages. That would be just keeping the pages translucent. So I've kind of done something sort of like this when I did a transparent spine on one of my little mini albums. But that's what acetate is for. So this one, I was like, well, I want there to be texture. It's not like, oh, I just need it to be like a nightlight or something. But I started just with this one. This is Duralar or acetate. I think
Uh-huh.
Duralar is a little bit more heat resistant. Okay, so that's one thing. Sometimes they have acetate that they sell it as if, oh, this is for embossing. And it is a difference now. Like if you just use some typical acetate, you can try to emboss that if you want to. You're gonna have a mess on your hands. But what I love about, let's just call it acetate. What I
Uh-huh.
like about acetate is that it'll hold some body, but then you can start using like all these other things that maybe you wouldn't have used before, like with transparent stuff. You could put stickers and all kind of rub-ons, and you can stamp on them with, and use like Stays On or whatever. So I was thinking, okay, well, let me just think of some ways to work with this. So my first was just putting down paint and using like my Art Foamy stamps so I could pull some of it up. So I started with that. So I did that one, kind of cut down the size. Then I was thinking about um, using this, which is sort of like a vellum. I'm just gonna put this over it. Well, that's just a piece of acetate over the vellum. This is actually heavier than vellum, but it's not Yupo,
Mm-hmm.
but it's kind of like Okay, I'm just trying to give you the idea. It's that milkiness, but you can
Okay.
hear that it's like it's heavier than that. So what I did on this one was I still just took my paint and kind of just smeared over it, and then I just did the whole baby wipe technique. And let me show you what I used. I used this Tim Holtz stencil that has been used more than not, and they had Shore Living stencils. So look at these stencils from the Dollar Tree. So I
Nice.
was like, okay, okay. So basically, put the paint down. I let it kind of set up. It's just acrylic paint, different types. I let it set up, not like 30 minutes or nothing, but like probably 10, 15 minutes just where that initial dry down has happened. Put this down, rub the baby wipe over little sections. Put this down, rubbed it off, and just
Uh-huh.
went with that. So this was, I was thinking, okay, this could be sort of one of those pages. Then I was like, well, maybe it should be the cover. I don't know. I don't know what the cover's gonna be. So y'all can help me with that. Then I thought about this. I forget the company's name. Oh, I gotta figure it out. But when me and Tony were at Creativation in Phoenix, um, this company had all of this mesh, and it was really cool because they were like cutting it with the Cricut and just doing all kinds of little stuff with it. And I kept saying, I know I want to use some of this. So it's definitely got some body to it, but
Hmm.
it's essentially like a mesh. And I was like, okay, okay, I can see this kind of going in there, that beachy look to it. That's gonna let light come through.
Okay.
And then I have other little bits and pieces that are like stuff that I'll use for pockets and things. I have sort of this somewhat transparent glassine type of a bag. So I fold that in half and I'm like, hey, that's about the right size. Let's put that sucker in there. And then I was remembering that I had this, what is it called? Mulberry paper or something. Is that
Hmm.
what they call it? I don't even know if it's really mulberry paper, but this one comes from Prima. But it's sort of like a woven thing. You're not just gonna tear it.
Yep.
But I think that's what they call mulberry.
Karen
So,
say she really needs to go to Family Dollar now. Dollar and a quarter now.
oh, Dollar Tree. Yeah. So I thought, oh, okay. Again, something somewhat transparent that would kind of let some light through. Also, so I'm gonna cut that down, and then I think that's about it because then the rest of it is really because I'm still trying to keep it within L's scope for 12 and 12 or 12 and 12 and
12 and
12 journals
22.
in 12 months or 12 journals in
12 and 22.
thank you. So one, two, oh, I got one more paper somewhere. Hold up. One, two. If I stick this in here as a page, that's three, four, and hold up. Cause this ain't grungy enough for me. Okay. Then I have this. This is rusted vellum. No. Yeah, no. Rusted acetate. So y'all know I've rusted paper before, but I just decided today, you know what? I should. This was like when I was trying to grab my stuff. I was like, I should try to rust some acetate. So that's for another video, but it's not pretend rust. It's like legit rust. So that kind of goes back to my little seahorse steampunk vibe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is what we
Okay.
got. 5 sheets in this sucker, maybe 6. I don't know. So I got to kind of think about this. What would make which of these, and we can make a different one. I can show y'all how I did the little paint situation. We could do that, but I got to try to figure out what the cover is gonna be. Like, of course, this isn't gonna fold over or nothing, but there's enough here where that could be part of it. Because what would be nice is that the light will shine behind it. Let me bring my little lantern. Ooh, look at it with the glitter. Can you even see that? I don't know if you can. It's alive.
That's
Oh my
pretty.
goodness. Oh, I wish I could make that do it like that. If I had a little fan, a little underwater fan. Um, so I'm not sure. Like I know everything's not fully decorated, but that's the kind of thing I gotta think about here. Um, maybe this or maybe the mulberry. I don't know if maybe the mulberry paper should be the cover, but the only problem with that is that this is floppy and like I wouldn't mind this as a page in the book, but for it to be the cover, I would have issue with that. So I don't know. I'm gonna start with this and then we'll see where it takes us. What else? Okay, let's see here. So any ideas on that cover would be very helpful. And I also, this was the other piece that I had because the guy basically at Creativation gave us a couple of sheets or he let us pick a couple. So this is like a iced aqua. If I had to describe it, that's the color.
Okay.
But I realized that it's kind of hard to see. Um, yeah, so I don't know what that cover should be. I'm like, maybe I should pop my seahorses off my canvas and stick that on something, to come through. But I don't know. Now, if you have some ephemera left over from your your projects with Stamperia, I would be happy to take some of those off of your hands. Okay, so let me get this cut down to size. It's kind of a rough cut, but I'm gonna fold this in half. Yeah, feel free to just send any type of an
Just send
embellishment.
it your way.
Yep, you got through before the end of this month, so I can submit my project. This is a working video, so
I would have used it in order for me to send you some leftover
yeah.
ephemera.
So I'm gonna request that you go on and use it, so that then you can send me the leftovers. Okay, that's crooked. It's all get out, but we gonna stay with it. Cause
Karen thought
do I
that was
look like?
funny too.
She's like, I ain't even got to get into that yet. So maybe if somebody on the replay or if y'all think of something that would be um that would be helpful. I mean, I don't know, like why am I really using this if it's so light? But I just feel like if it's in there for nothing but texture, then hey, that's worth having in there.
True, true, true.
Maybe it doesn't even need to be this full piece, especially since I can't seem to cut it straight for nothing. Let me see. I don't think my paper trimmer will do this. I mean, they calling it mulberry paper, but it ain't really paper. I bet you this ain't gonna go through
Karen say
this.
pop some of your leftover diamond dots on there.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Uh-oh. Work. Please work. This is why Joanne's wouldn't hire me. Hold up. I gotta stand up to do this. Hold up. Plus, I'm left-handed. Let me cut my left hand. Let me try. But I think these are the right-handed scissors. They are. That's why they extra awkward to me. Mm-mm. See, I'm gonna just need to tatter this on up and stop playing.
It ain't right.
I don't think this will tatter though. Like to be honest with you, we might be losing this page. I'm just gonna be honest. Somebody who been fooled with fabric enough is sitting there hollering like, just stop it, please. Oh my goodness. I need my little rotary cutter. That's what'll get it. Ooh, that's so crooked. Oh Lord, hold up. I just can't even if I don't use this thing, I gotta cut this a little bit better. Okay, we need to hurry on it. Okay. So this is a big old fat maybe right there. These other pieces, let's see how they would go in here and get them cut halfway right. somewhere. It's like, how hard is it to fold this stuff in half and cut it? Apparently very. And even though, it's clear, the idea for me was I'm still gonna embellish it. So I won't necessarily embellish it with y'all, but I'm gonna, at least before I go, show you what
Okay.
I'm thinking about using for embellishments. I'm just like all way crooked. I'm gonna need them left-handed scissors. It's just going.
Don't you have some?
I think the little short ones that'll stab you, those ones. I mean, all scissors will stab you, but the ones that will really get you good, I think those ones are the ones that are left-handed, made for left-handed. Okay, I don't mind that this is like coming out. The key thing will just be to see if that'll work.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't know. Cause see this bag, even though it's kind of see-through esque, might not work. And my little rusty bits. I kind of like the rusty bits on the outside. Let me see. One, two, one, two, three, four. Let's see if I take that out.
Okay, it's looking good, looking good.
Maybe. And maybe this is on the inside of here. I'm just trying to think like firm, floppy. I mean, obviously this is weird, but so am I. So that's appropriate, I think. I kind of like this peeking through it. It's so crooked. It's so, yeah, it's so crooked. It's like it's just trying to be extra crooked or something. Now, see, I know I got that little, okay, wait a minute now.
Wait a minute, wait a
Feeling
minute,
it.
wait a minute.
Hold up, wait a minute. Okay, so
Let
I'm
me put some
thinking,
sense in it. Mm,
yes,
mm.
yours. I'm thinking this is a vibe. Kind of feeling this. And what I
Okay,
want to
you getting there, you
do,
getting there.
yeah, I don't know if you can see like the holographic part underneath it. It's like that. It's some of those color shifts.
Uh-huh.
I love those so much. Okay, so I think that's cool, but what I want to do is do something, some kind of painted something on the back of here. So this is a maybe, but I'll do that stuff later when y'all ain't got to suffer through it. Okay. So for the back, basically this is what I did. Ooh, look at all that rust. Oh yeah. Get it, baby, get it. I have to show y'all what I was doing to get all that good rusty rust. Okay, so I'm gonna take the back and let's see what stencil. Maybe for this one. Well, I do have this foam, art foamy, and I do have kind of like this little bit here. So I think that's kind of what we'll do. We'll go with that coral look. And I think I do have some pink. I don't have coral, but I got pink right now. Well, magenta is what it's called. Call it what you like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put some paint down. And I'm going to put a little up here. And, oh, I got this copper. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That'll be a good contrast to the blue on the other side. Okay, so we're just going to take this and I'm just going to kind of go and start in this corner. And as you go through it, you're going to pick up some of the other colors. I mean, the good thing is you just wipe it off if you don't like it. I'm not going to be overly critical. I'm just going to slap it on.
Slap it on now.
I'm going to slap it on and we'll give it just a little bit of time to dry a little bit. And while it's drying some, I'll show you some of the pieces that I'm going to use for the ephemera. The
Okay.
other thing I like, and I wish I had it, that glue mat from Stampin' Up is a good way for you to get this effect. But even if you didn't have a glue mat, if you had, sometimes if you use plastic, like a plastic bag, or if you had like a silicone mat, and this
Mhm.
is silicone, so you're going to kind of see it. But if you put this down, let me see if I can show you. If you put it down, you can get this little effect right here. And I've done it on some other things. Let me see. Can you see it? I don't know. But it's like this little pattern that comes out. And the pattern is essentially, it's smushing up against it, right? But it looks naturally like coral or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Or like cracked paint is the kind of look it has. All
Okay,
right.
yeah. We can see it.
So I'm gonna put this one to the side, let that dry, air dry a little bit. Actually, you know what? Before I let that fully dry, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take the wipe and I'm gonna kind of just brush in the other direction so it's not like so completely intentional. And then I'm gonna grab I have a piece of tissue that I stamped off on with the other one.
Mhm.
I'm gonna just use that and stamp off again. But with this, I'm gonna take it and it's kind of got these little. Oh, something just had a little giblet. Just had to get in my paint. Ain't you shame? Get out. Where's them tweezers? We
Get
gonna
out
use
the
them
giblets.
tweezers. Ooh, almost. Uh-oh. See, the diamond painting is helping my skills with this. So I'm just gonna kind of come in here at this angle and lift some of that. And then I'm gonna do that a little bit more over here. So kind of like jelly plate type of situation. And I'm gonna just go on and wipe this off while I'm thinking about it. Because you know in 5 seconds I won't be thinking about it. And I'm gonna let this dry just a little bit so it'll be easier to pull and not disrupt the whole thing. And we'll use this little coral for that bottom corner. Okay, so for the inside, this is where I'm always happy that I hoard my scraps. So let's see here. Well, some things aren't scraps. Oh, and then, it's just, I'm horrible. I'm like, and then, it never ends. It needs to end at some point. Okay. So, talk about timing. This is when it starts coming together and you're like, oh, this is so good. Okay, so when I was up visiting my in-laws, I went over to Big Lots and I saw these barrette clips. And
Uh-huh.
now that I'm thinking about it, I should have took this and I should make Karen a cover minder because she was talking about the one that came in my kit. So let me just show you these little sparkly clips. But I was like, oh, those would be cute embellishment some kind of way. So I just grabbed it, but
Oh,
50,
those
and then
are
it was
cute.
like extra discount on that. So I'm like, oh, I'm sticking that sucker in there somewhere. Then somebody sent me something. I had some of these bags I just used for another thing, but I was like, yeah, this has got to go in the journal, especially if I use the holographic fake coral placemat. So this can be a pocket in there. And, because you can see through to it, that'll be even more fun. Then I had this that I obviously made a pocket in something, probably a journal, a planner or something like that. but I still like this kind of natural. This is me. This is printed on vellum, so that'll give me some translucency. But I can still do a pocket or something with this. Put that on to the side.
Karen loves
Just
it.
some old. Thank you. Then there's like this old tattered up tea dyed, coffee dyed paper. It just looks like beachy for some reason to me. So it doesn't read so well across the screen, but can use that. This is some more vellum that I have, and I think I used this in that little book that I did, the little small one that we did the live with, but it was, again, on some vellum, so I can have the translucency, but I can still embellish with it. And then I had this little piece, some kind of embossed material or something I did, and I was just laying around waiting for this project. So I'm like, oh yeah, you going in there. And then let me show you this before I go into the next part. This was a piece of ribbon that they were selling at Dollar Tree. And it's funny because Els did her sale a few days ago or something, I think. And she had this, and she had a different color. I don't really know what the color was because my eyes are going bad, but
Mm-hmm.
she had another color. I never saw another color. I just said, oh, let me just get some of this because this has to go in some kind of a beachy theme. So I thought, yep, I'm gonna use this sucker right here for a
That's
pocket, like, or something.
that's cute.
I'm telling you, like, now I don't know exactly how it's gonna lay down, but we're gonna figure it out. So that's something there. Then, oh, at these rub-on transfers, I experimented with one. I'll show you what I did. These came from Dollar Tree also, but they were from a while ago. So a bunch of different animals. So then I was thinking before I put down that holographic paper over the top of the frame,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do the rub on transfer like of some of these sea creatures on there. So I was thinking, oh, this jellyfish would be cute. Now you're probably not going to see that well, so that's why I had to experiment. So I took a little piece here. I should show you like this, and tried it. And even though my rubbing wasn't all that good, it does come through. It is on there. So I
Okay.
thought, oh, that's kind of a fun way to just add more to it. Um, and maybe I should just do a rub on like the pocket or something like that. So I'll figure that out. But those rub on transfers are cute. But then after I did this, I was like, oh, that would make like a great little film piece. And so today my package came from Els, and these were some of the things in there. It's just meant to be. First, I got these like little slide cases that you put the slides in for the projector. So I could totally cut this down and have this element just like in there, like a specimen sample thingy. So there's that. And then part of what I got from Els were these coasters. So I thought, oh, these will be perfect in the pockets. Seaside bar, mermaids drink for free. And I love picking up paper coasters to do in my journals, especially like traveling and everything. So there's that. Valeria probably got a call, y'all. She's talking, but we can't hear
No,
her.
I'm here. I'm
Oh,
listening.
she done got quiet. Uh-oh, that means I really better hurry up. Okay, then Els sent me, I'd asked for some of these little file folders that she's always cutting up, little miniature file folders. So I told her, she was like, do you want a certain color? And I'm like, I ain't trying to be difficult. Just pick a variety. So how come these two were in there? And I know maybe the camera show it so good, but it's kind of like a corally pink and then a sea foam. So I was like, oh, these are perfect
Those
for
are cute.
this. And then in this pocket, I put these little envelopes that she had gotten from Daiso, which I thought were so adorable. Valeria, you need to go. We need to road trip to Dallas to Daiso. So it's like a
I
little
missed
note
her
card.
sale.
What you say?
I missed her sale.
I know I just been missing everything. I ain't gonna lie. But I caught that one. So these were in there. If you want some, I have extra, so I can share.
Oh no, you good, you good. That's cute.
So I was like, oh, this is super cute. And then that's an example of like one of the little things that can go in here. I'll probably ink them up because it's too fresh looking from my liking. But anyway, but I just thought this is kind of like the little bits that you end up wanting to have. Okay, this should be dry enough for sure, if not too dry. But got my old baby wipe. Oh, see there, now the washi comes out. Stay away, you're on punishment, washi.
Don't put the washi on punishment.
No, it's on. It's officially on punishment. Okay, let's see if we can. Let's see if we can still pull some up. It is still wet, so I'm not totally worried. Let's go right here. Okay. Oh yeah. Ooh, baby, baby. Like butter. And yeah, I knew it was still wet, but not
Karen is
totally
jotting down all her little ideas so she can go to Dollar Tree.
wet. Well, you know what? You better have him go there with the camera. I'll try to look around. If there's something in particular you are looking for, let me know because I'll go back and look at some of the other ones. But I was just so mad because by the time when I first saw it, it was just bad timing. All right, so clean that off. So then that gives us that other piece of, and you can know it. You can kind of see it on here from me putting that stencil on there. You can kind of see some of that texture, I think, at a little
Yeah,
angle.
yeah, you can see it.
Yep. And I love that. Oh, it's just so good. Feels good.
Yep,
Yeah.
you can see that.
So, yep. So then that's just another little part. And this can dry some. And then by the time you put something on here, you adhere a pocket or whatever, a flip, you know, you could see through it, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. So that's how I'm going to work with that page.
Okay.
And that's just kind of like, I just wanted y'all to be able to see what I did to get that effect. And otherwise, I think that for binding, I'm probably going to take this corally ribbon. I don't know if you know what, maybe not this one. Maybe I'll use, because I have some other little fabric bits that I've hoarded also that are asking to be used. And
I wouldn't
like,
say hard. I would say you use waiting for a special, the right piece for it to
I've been
go on.
savoring for just this moment
Yes,
to
just
have
for
even this little.
the right piece.
And so I think I might end up doing more of a traditional album, but I have like little dusty lace. But it was like that color that's like, you know, sea foamy and that sea foamy blue kind of family.
Mm-hmm.
I also from Dollar Tree got these sand dollars, which I love. And you know what? Maybe they're not as heavy as I think they are, but I think they are heavy. So for one, it's in some netting that you know you should upcycle. They're not too bad, but I at one point I thought, oh, this would be really fun to put on the cover or to put in that shadow box piece. But I think it's just a little too heavy. Like if these were paper clay, it would be no problem.
Oh
But
yeah.
this is definitely heavier than paper clay. So there's that. And I also got to do another project with that. But yeah, so I have the seam binding that just was, I just must have threw it in some leftover something. So I kind of like the grunge of it, and that will kind of fit it. But I probably will sew up. I'm saying sew up, but use this for the binding again. If not this, I'll go back to my old. I think this is like a bamboo, not bamboo, even though bamboo is a fiber, but I can't remember what this is called. And if not this, maybe like some, I don't know. Sometimes it's like hemp cord or something, but I like this cord also. But something probably like one of these, maybe the coral one if I need a punch of color or a pop of color. And what else? Was something else. Oh, so let me go check on this album. Let me grab it, and then we can wrap up. Get my books off of here. Yeah, I wanted some hot glue. My glue gun.
Yeah, because you can use the hot glue and the regular glue.
Uh-huh. Well, it's sticking on there.
Oh, that's good.
There's a little give, but that's just because the canvas, like I can tap it underneath there. Um, let's turn these lights back on. Turn the lights on. Okay, wait. Where are you? Uh-oh. I feel like I'm playing Operation. Hold up. Like, why did we not get if we didn't get electrocuted from Operation, we should be okay here too, right?
I think so.
Oh Lord. Wait a minute now. What's happening? Mm-mm. I see it. If my head's all in the way, I'm gonna apologize. Oh wow. Okay. I'm like, I know this thing is not trying to act a fool like this while we have company over.
No, don't be acting no fool.
Okay, wait. There's more glue on there. Okay.
You know what your mama used to tell, your parents used to tell you when you got
Don't be.
company.
Like, don't be acting crazy now. Just because company is over. Hey, my dad had no problem giving us whoopings even when company was over.
Them, that company knew what it was.
They was like, ooh, we told you. We told you don't be acting
We
crazy.
told you to go sit down somewhere.
So I'm just kind of looking to see, like, is it just too many layers to be able to see through? And maybe that's what I'll do is I'll just like bump it down, be like, forget that mess. We're gonna do 3 layers. I'm just trying to see. I take some of this out. If I get a little bit of a glow, a little soul glow.
Let's get that
Let me see if I turn.
soul
Ooh, and I
glow.
like this tissue too. Shim shimmer. Let's see if we turn the
Coming
lights
to
down
America.
low.
Coming to America.
Yeah, look at the glow. That soul glow. Mm-hmm. Okay. So
Okay,
this
I
will
see it. I see it.
y'all feel me? You feel me? You see my
Mm-hmm,
vision here?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that turns out. Like I said, just starting to play around. I'll try to figure out things with the side and the front and the back and the under parts and the over parts and everything, and try to get this thing figured out. But that's in general the idea. Thank you, Karen. I did think about this too, and this might be something to consider if you want to. This is with, I would just say, make sure if you're buying the canvases or if you're collecting canvases for it, make sure they're all the same size. That's a big, thing. But
Oh yeah, you
um,
don't want to get home and you be like, man,
you're like,
they get a
dang,
different
yeah, this
size.
this the seahorse size. This ain't the other size. The other thing is, you always could get the ones that are just the plain canvases, like the one that I used for the seahorses that time.
Mm-hmm.
Just like regular canvas and paint it, um, or do something else to it decoratively.
Yeah.
But those are a lot thinner. Now, maybe that's really what you want, but I wanted them. I want the depth. So on the ones you buy, those that have the pictures on them, they have more depth to them. And then the other thing I was going to say was that you could buy 3 and then take, or 4 even if you wanted to,
Right.
and then basically take and do a hinge and just do that hinge on there. The
Okay.
other thing is you don't have to cover this up. So you could make it where you could just reach in here. Now that I'm thinking about it, you don't have to drill through stuff. You could just reach in here and turn the switch off like that.
You could just reach in now.
Rich, rich, rich in and rich around.
Just reach in there and get it.
Rich in, rich around, roll it down. So you could do that. You could do a front and a back. You could have like a whole stinking scene where this sucker just opens up and it's actually some depth to both sides. And that's on a hinge system. But again, I wanted to make it a sew in journal so that I could do it for my 12 and 22 with
Mm-hmm.
L's. So I tried to stay within the parameters of that. But otherwise, go ham. Um,
Okay.
that's about it. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate it. Thank you, Valeria.
That's pretty. I love it.
But it
Nobody
just,
else ain't no see, only you come up with this here kind of stuff.
girl, no, this is, you know what? Let me tell you, especially like not being in my craft room. So just because I'm not in there, not doing mixed media stuff much right now, it's kind of like my mind is like that. It's like scarcity syndrome. Whatever I can't do, that's what I'm gonna think about. So so it's like that's what my mind goes to. And I knew after I saw that collection in Dollar Tree, I was like, oh yes, I have got to do this. But then I was like, how the heck I'm gonna do this? I ain't got access to my stuff. What I'm gonna do? I'm doing diamond paintings right now. How am I gonna squeeze this in? So I'm just happy though, because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna tell you, every time that I have not like things weren't perfectly done, like things weren't perfect. They weren't set up perfectly. I didn't have the tools I needed. I didn't have access to the space. That is when I have been at my most creative. So it was kind of fun to just go with that and have that feeling again. Cause you can buy all the things and not do nothing with it. And that's mostly what happens with me.
That's like me.
But so it was kind of fun to, and then also when I travel or go places, I'm always looking for ephemera, like let me find something that would go in that project that maybe one day I'm gonna do. So thus the barrettes and random items like that. But um anyway, just a thought. I like literally crammed it all in a Starbucks bag
Well,
and that was it.
my mind is not that creative.
And that's a lie.
No, it's not.
And that's a lie. No.
No.
You're the one that really made me start wanting to full on get into trying to do albums and stuff. And I'm so thankful like you would show me, different ways to do it, because I remember starting out making a little mini album and I still have that little sucker too. But that was like, it was so difficult to me, and now when I look back I'm like, oh my goodness, that was so easy. But to me then it wasn't. My little toilet paper roll album,
Oh
I
yeah.
I was trying to follow the little person's tutorial and everything. But it was nice like to come back to doing albums and you showing me different things with it. I just love it. And I like the idea of just mixed media, just taking what you learn from one thing, applying it to
And
another.
applying to
So
another.
Karen, yeah, I haven't forgotten, Karen, about the diamond dots or the diamond drills for the cover. So I'm gonna keep that in mind, and maybe I'll go do something else so I can think about it, figure it out. Otherwise, I don't want to have to snatch my seahorses off. And I will try to get a thing out where I can show y'all about the rusting and doing that, adding that component. But I will say, some people, it's one of those things that rust is rust. Like, it's got rust smell. It's, that iron smell to it. So you gotta, and right now I got some stuff that's been rusting for like forever. Girl, I can't, I want to pull it out so bad, but I'm like, and then what? So just let it stay in there some more and see what happens.
And see what
I'll be
happens.
pulling that
Karen,
sucker out like a sunken treasure or something.
Karen, we done learned a lot from you too. So don't sit up here and act like uh
Mm-hmm.
you ain't taught us nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, don't start playing games up in here.
Yeah.
Jedi mind tricks. Oh, but I was gonna say, if you have the paper or you have
Hey
something with
Els.
rust, you can go on and seal it. That's the way to do it. Els, hi. We're in here experimenting and playing around. So that's about it. And I'm looking forward to finishing it. I am like, so Els, I was saying, I don't know if you were able to see earlier, but I got some of your goodies just in time for me to be able to add those as like ephemera for my journal coming up. But Els been putting that fire under my behind, y'all.
Uh-oh.
Cause I've been wanting to keep up with the challenge. And I didn't do my animal one for the other month. And that just, do you know, that like still bothers me. I feel like I need to do it even if it don't count. I need to finish it.
I say do it just just so you can have it.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't, I won't say what my animal was. So maybe I'll just finish the project. If I
And
can
you can
keep my
still
momentum
post it.
going. Keep my momentum going.
You can
And
still post it even though it's not gonna count.
yes, that's true. That's true. But you know, it's just good practice. Every time you fool with one, you learn something new, learn something else. You know, especially with me, I'm always learning what not to do. Just come ask me. I can tell you. I probably have done it. So
That's
anyway,
right, Carol. Do it for your own. Oh, Elle say finish
ah,
it and she will count it. That's so
what?
nice.
Okay, see now, see this woman just keeps.
She Elle, she was sad. She was like, "Oh, I didn't finish it."
I like had all the pieces out and I stuck it over in the corner. I was like, man, okay, okay, I might need to finish that. Mm.
No, it ain't
Anyway,
no
look,
mic to
y'all.
it. That's not a mic to it. You need to finish it. You already started it, so go ahead. Get it done.
All right, all right.
Get it
Well,
done. Get it done.
all right. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Even if you
And
feel like you really can't count it, I'm gonna do it because
and just
y'all
like
are right.
Karen say, do it
It's
for
just
your
the
own
satisfaction of
satisfaction.
finishing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't like the number 11 as much as I like the number 12. Something about even numbers. I don't know, that's weird though cuz I like 7. I have these weird number things I like. So, anyway, okay, that's what I'm going to try. But definitely, if like I said, with doing these different journals and stuff, it's been fun, it's been challenging. It's not that I mean, she's making it simple, but you
Yeah,
know, you,
I have to work on this month's one.
yeah, so we got to get better at it and pump them out quicker. Cause she just be like the factory. Els, you like the journal factory up in there. I ain't gonna lie. You be going at it. I'm like, this woman just be going ham.
I know. I'm like,
I
she did
cannot go like that.
she did the Marlene one and it's so quick. I'm like, what? She done
I
already?
know. And even Edith Holden, like I was surprised it went as long as it did, but I was enjoying it. But still, everybody's like, no more Edith ever, please. I'm like, yeah, I still have my Edith books over there. I need to like take it apart. That's the hardest part. Just like I really wish I could just get the stuff already like falling to pieces because
Did
to take it apart yourself is the part where it's kind of like, you know, gut
she think
wrenching a
she
little
didn't
bit.
think that Edith Holden was gonna ever end?
and then and then she had to turn around. Like, okay, I gotta do something dark because all these dang flowers and happiness, it's just too much. Oh, I love it. It was great.
I still have to do my little golden one.
Oh my goodness, I have that sucker sitting there. It's like 95% complete. Why do I do this, people? Why do I do it? Okay, I don't know, but Lord, well, let me go get some more of my cream for this poison sumac. It's coming along, but it's still on there.
Oh, and guess what? Kevin got poison ivy or whatever. Cause
Are you serious? Oh, from
yeah,
when y'all were out. Oh
no, when
Lord.
he went to go cut the grass at his father's house, he got infected.
Oh. Oh man. Well, I'm feel sorry for you because that was a mess. Yeah, I'm staying from outside. Me and outside don't get along down here. So yeah, it's not gonna work. Well, I guess that's about it. We'll wrap it up and I will see y'all soon. Um we'll have some shorter videos, but yeah, since the Facebook group was like, no, we want to see it all. Well, here you go. This is what you get for saying that. So we'll see. This will probably be like the heaviest journal known to man. But how we like it. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining me, Karen and Els. I'm so happy y'all were able to, pop in here. And Valeria, thank you for helping me because
You're welcome.
when I get focused, I can't be reading no comments, girl. I can't be reading no comments.
And
But
Renita.
oh, and Renita jumped in here earlier too, and I know some of y'all are gonna come back later on.
Bye,
Probably
Elle. Bye,
Probably cut
Karen.
me out.
Bye,
But
Renita.
yes, check out Be Mom's Crafty Corner. I be telling y'all, don't be sleeping on it.
And
And I don't
bye.
know how in the world she ain't got 1,000 followers yet. So y'all need to handle it. Everybody make sure you go over to her channel. I keep linking it in my 12 and 22, but I'll link it in this one too once we get off of here. Because she actually has talent and completes things like all the stuff that I don't do, she does it. So you really do want to follow her, just saying. So anyway, all right
And
then,
thank
thank
you,
y'all
Reclaim
again, and
Girls.
we'll see y'all real soon.
Bye.
Bye.